Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, it's late at night and I want to question the 12C27, whether or not it's a good steel. And you can look at a bunch of different sites and everything, but this one says it's a recommended grade for hunting knives and pocket knives and everything. And you can get deeper into it. You go like this guy. It's a low-end steel that's close to a mid-range steel. It offers good edge retention, toughness, and hardness. That's what's in the Bear and Son. Case uses, what is it, true sharp surgical steel, and there's or stainless steel, not surgical. Edge geometry has a lot to do with it. If you look at this tip, now I put a 25-degree convex edge on this one. It was already pretty sharp, but I added that to it. But I've been throwing this one a lot into the ground, and this tip has not chipped at all. All right. Now in the same spot, same places where I was throwing, this guy I haven't thrown as much. Let's see if we can get close and see what this is here. I've sharpened it a little bit. See, it's just small. Now, when you're throwing into dirt, there could be rocks there, there could be nails, but if you look at the profile of this tip, you see how thin it gets? And it gets thin here. Now, when Case profiled this Bowie knife here, yeah, it's not as sharp and pointy, but look at that swedge. Everything is like reinforced. Let me see if I can get it's hard to get this guy up here where you can see the tip. You see how that's kind of like blunt, and it still works though. I mean, if you use it as a thrusting thing, and this tip is a lot stronger than this other one. Now, you look at Bowie knives and you say those two are the same. Well, this one is not going to be as good at throwing into harder objects. Probably worked fine on what it was intended for, which was, it's a fighting knife. So what are you fighting? Bears, humans, Most you're going to run into in a human, usually. Maybe if they had a belt buckle or something like that, but most times it's going to be bone at most. Probably around the density of dirt or something, I don't know how comparable those are. But this one also throws a little bit better for me. It's just balanced a little bit better. Anyways, I just thought I'd bring that up and mention that. Like right now, it's late at night. It's one of my haven't got much to do type things. It's almost midnight here, and in London it's like almost 6 a.m. So when people would normally be going to sleep here, you people over there that normally wake up during the day would be, having your cup of tea or coffee. I found when I was over there in the 80s, early 80s, that most people drank tea. I mean, most English people I knew drank tea, and they put milk. They put milk in their tea. I had never experienced that in America, even though I was, born in England. Like I said, I was only 6 months old. I didn't know any of the customs or traditions of England, other from what I'd read or heard about. And when I went there, I was like, whoa, that's different. But yeah, I like tea. I usually drink iced tea most of the time. And I can brew tea too. I like different flavors. Earl Grey's pretty cool. And then There's something English breakfast. I tried different types of teas when I was over there, different beers and everything else, just to kind of get a sample of the culture. But yeah, it's a shame that, you know, a lot of our Bowie knives and stuff in the West were influenced or came from England, and yet England, you know, with all its history and everything, people, I don't know if you can even own them, but you sure have a hard time importing one of these probably. I don't know how it is, you know, to get your prohibited weapons, or prohibited knives, but that's why I went with that Whittler for the giveaway, is that if somebody from Europe wins it, or overseas, they shouldn't feel threatened, you know, about something that's non-locking. It looked like it was under 3 inches, you know, like blade length and everything. So it should be safe. The only issue is going to be, it's not going to be like 100% free, like in America, you know, where if somebody in America wins it, I just drop it in a small postal, you know, flat rate shipping box, and it gets to them, you know, usually with no problems. If you send something overseas, it's got to get through customs. Then there's a tax. A lot of times they'll tax the stuff. They'll look at it and charge a tax, you know, so already it's not free. And then the shipping is more. Like I said, I'm going to eat the cost of shipping if somebody from, you know, Europe wins. Let me fix this camera here. I fold it up when it's not in use, and there we go. We're a little more stable now. I'm not always stable. But tomorrow, well, it's actually today now. It's almost today. I'm supposed to get that knife in tomorrow. So when I do, I'm probably going to do a live stream unboxing of it. And I'm not going to cut anything with it or anything like that. I'm just going to look at it, you know, for fit and finish and everything. And we're all going to look at it and see that if you were to win this particular knife, would the fit and finish be satisfactory to you? You know, we'll decide whether or not it looks good enough, you know. And then I'll figure out what the giveaway video will be, you know, for the entry and all that. And I'll throw in the extra, you know, we're going to have goodies like stickers and the knick-knack knives. I've got some extra throw-in knives that would probably have to be separate for America, because America I can put in things that are locking and things that might be questionable, you know, to Europe. So I'm sorry about that, but that's your country. Those are your laws. That's not mine. I try to be friendly to all countries and everything, but if your countries have restrictive knife laws, there's not much I can do about it as far as like giveaways, you know. I thought about doing a gift certificate to Heine Haynes or something, but I blow my money, you know. I mean, once I've got that Medicare and Medicaid took out $170 out of my income, plus my rent went up $90. I didn't have a lot of playroom with money, you know. The little bit of money that I had left goes to bills, you know. The first thing I usually pay off is electricity and rent, you know, and water. I get those things that are important, you know, food, shelter, electricity. Food, fortunately I get food stamps, so, or, you know, SNAP or whatever they call it, EBT, so I'm able to go a lot lower with food. But normally, it's only because of the pandemic and everything. Normally, they think I make too much money and I only get $20 a month. So, lately it's been more than that. But, anyways, I just wanted to say I've got enough money to to do the shipping and everything if it was in the United States this month, but I want to get time for people to enter, you know, and I want to wait also until RJ's Knives gets up to 1,000 subscribers, you know, before I actually do the particular giveaway, because then we have something like to celebrate and kind of an incentive. I haven't checked recently, but the last time he was like at 800 something, and I know it's a lot, but we've got time. You know, we can bump him up to 1,000, I think, you know, without too much difficulty. So there's my kind of rambling thing. What I was trying to come up with something to say tonight. I'm excited about seeing that knife tomorrow, because even though I'm not going to get to use it or anything like that, I will get to see it. I've always wondered about that Case 6.5 bone stag. You know, it's like simulated stag, but it looks pretty good in pictures. But you know, you never know until you get it up close. So this way, I'll at least be able to see it and see how it looks, and then later on I can get one for myself. But I just wanted to do that as an appreciation to all my subscribers, you know, that have been with me, not just the ones that are recent, but the ones that have been with me from the beginning or in the middle or whenever you subscribe, because that's why I'm able to do live streams, and that's eventually why I'll be able to do things like giveaways every so often. You know, like this one right here. Any money that I've gotten from my channel hasn't been distributed yet, you know, so it's going to be a month before I get, and like I said, it has to meet a minimum threshold of $100. So I won't be seeing that for a while. But in the meantime, we got it covered as far as what knife's coming in, and I'll, like I said, come up with the you know, the entry video. We'll figure out the time when the giveaway will happen, and then you know, the basic rules and all that other stuff. And I'll try to make it interesting and fun, so that you know, there's only going to be one winner, and I've got like 1,000, a little over 1,000 subscribers, so your chances are about 1 in 1,000 of winning. But that's better than a lotto. That's better than a lot of stuff. And I want everyone to enter. Don't feel like, you know, if you've got a channel and you're already successful or whatever, that you don't need it or whatever. I'd like you to go ahead and enter anyway, because really, if you think about it, your chances are 1 in 1,000, you know? And the people that have been here for a while, I'm talking about like Big Red and Thrifty Kniffy, and you know, all these other people that have channels, Tobias and all those other ones. Go ahead and enter, you know, because you support the channel a lot also. You know, I want you to have a chance. I want everyone to have a chance to win. So, sorry, as Patty would say, I'm waffling, but I just wanted to put that out there for you and show you. That's what I know about the difference in steels. This one is probably more edge geometry on this Bear and Son than anything to do with the steel. I think if this steel had the same edge geometry as the True Sharp on the case, it probably wouldn't have any nicks or anything either. So that's just my take on stuff. And later on, I'll test the hardness on this one on the Rockwell scale, because we see it should be, you know, 54 to something. What was it? I gotta see if it's up here again. No. Yeah, 54 to 61. So these Rockwell scales go 55, 60, and then 65. So it should just slide off of it at 50. Well, let's go ahead and do this while we're at it. What the heck? I got the testers right here. So let's just jump to 50. If this thing is heat treated properly, 50, it should slide off. I haven't done it to the case yet because I didn't want to scratch it so polished up. This one we can probably sacrifice a little scratch on it. I'm going to do it down here, which is towards where the blade was at. Oh yeah, slip and slide. All right, let's go to 55. Yeah, it's starting to grab. It's still sliding. We'll go to 60. Oh yeah, 60 digs immediately. I mean, it just digs in there. So it's between 55 and 60, which is what it says that type of steel should be. I can tell you right now, it's better than some of those Pakistani steels. Somebody that was questioning the hardness, it's got a better heat treatment than some of those Pakistani blades, and those Pakistani blades work fine for what they need to do also. I mean, this one's a $100 knife. This one's a $200 knife. The Pakistani knives are around $20 to $40. So, you know, they got to save money somewhere, and it ain't all in just labor either. So anyways, there you go. Hope you found that interesting. And I will see you again today sometime. It's already midnight. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day.